weird? Everything is magic here. We make it up out of thin air. Nothing's complete, nothing's concrete. Sweet or sour, it's what we make. The question is the answer to most everything. The Wookiee, Han, and Luke would sit back and wait. Come on, it's not too late. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Hey now, listen up. There's no need to hesitate. There's no stop and celebrate. Every day's a brand new day. Let's get going. What you say? Nothing's complete, nothing's concrete. Sweet or sour, it's what we make. The question is the answer to most everything. And Padme Leia Ray would sit back and wait. Come on, it's not too late. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
1, 2, 3. In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your hips, and repeat. Feel the rhythm and the beat. Stroke your hair, kiss the air.
In a galaxy far, far away. 1, 2, 3.
And we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Parts Unknown. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
I'm doing great.
Although, Stan, I know I've been gone a while, but we need to talk about the pictures, buddy. I need a new set of pictures in that video.
Yes, I think so. Next trip, get some pictures, send them to me. We'll pick them up for you.
Photoshop. We're going to Photoshop
Photoshop
session. We're going to do something really cool.
Wait, so do you mean to tell me, Jay, you don't enjoy us having our pigtails?
That is one of my favorite pictures ever.
Maybe we'll just Photoshop the new handsomer face on it.
Silence.
Who's joining us today? Oh, I see Dan's here. Right on. Hey, Dan.
Hey guys.
Uh,
But wait, is Dan playing the part of George?
Dan is playing the part of George, and George is playing the part of Dan tonight.
Okay.
okay, we got Captain
Therefore,
Solo,
George will be the
Skipper J,
cool
Mission
one.
Commander, Bellhop George, and Dan. Dan, you got to fix your name. Jeez Louise.
Oh,
He missed the memo.
He missed a memo. What do we got here? What's up, Dan, my brother? E-Rock in the house.
what's up, Dennis? Mary, yes, I know I haven't been on in a while. I apologize.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That,
Behind the scenes more.
yeah, and that earlier show is on Tuesdays is hard for Dan to make. The
Well,
Tuesday.
Plus, I kind of get sick and tired of you guys sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That doesn't.
Oh, wow. You know, I can understand that. I get sick and tired of me too.
I say we're 90 seconds in. I'm sick of myself.
Justin is somewhere different.
Yeah, Justin, where are you?
I'm the parts unknown. No, it's the weekend. I'm up at the lake cabin. So this is actually Shea Camper. This is this is the little camper that we park up here every summer.
Very cool.
But I do have internet access, so I'm coming to you live from a laptop.
Parts unknown. There we go. Well, North Dakota, same thing. It's parts
North
unknown.
Dakota.
Anyway,
It's kind of unknown.
Nobody knows about North Dakota. We got a special announcement today, but before we announce it, let's see if anybody in the chat can guess what our special announcement is. 'Cause I think it'd be
they
kind of
listen
cool.
to-
Wait, this is a special announcement? You guys didn't even tell me about this.
We told you you were asleep at the meeting. It's like,
See what he does. That's
You know, I'm just gonna say if they listen to this morning's coffee talk, which came out this morning, they would know. George, I'm hearing feedback. I think it's you.
Hello.
Wah, wah, wah.
1, 2, 3.
And George is back to playing the part of George again, by the way.
it looks like an RV is what I was going to say. Is what Dustin thinks that Dustin.
it's actually a pull behind camper. It's a little 21-foot camper.
Holly is thinking we started a boy band. Don't you mean another boy band?
What would we call this boy band?
Wait till you see the video again.
This middle-aged boy band.
Middle-aged boy band. Oh my god.
Scott's guessing the announcement is a broadcast from Disney World.
That could happen. Yes.
I like that idea. I like the way you
For the whole
think,
week.
Scott. For once.
That's going to look fancy.
Hey, Katie.
Katie's listening
I
to
am
work.
planning on doing a Facebook takeover in a couple weeks.
At Disney World.
Well, I'm going to take over the GCT Facebook for a weekend,
That'd be cool.
like Holly did that one time.
George Room to Live.
Someone had to throw that in there.
GCT is expanding, is Mary's guess. Very, very close, but probably not the way you're thinking. Before we get to the thing, do we want to do the tip of the week and pay some bills?
Let's pay some bills.
Okay,
All right,
let's call it the tip of the week. So who has the tip today?
I think I was going to say it. All right.
Okay.
So today's tip comes from Madison Rules, and she says to take advantage of the free water cups that you can get anywhere that fountain drinks are served. So yeah, this is true. Whenever you go to one of these quick service restaurants, a new place they serve fountain drinks, you can ask for a free cup of water. And you know what? You're in Disney World.
And it's very authentic because it comes straight from Bay Lake.
Or you could do this.
That's definitely something I would do.
That's Dan on his last trip.
Well, when you're in Florida and it's that hot, that's kind of what you want to do, isn't it?
I was gonna say I do that anyway when I'm down there. You know, you do that, throw a hat on, you're good to go.
So go ahead, Justin. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's all right. No, that's all I was gonna say. It's like this. It's a great idea, especially in the summertime, and you need to have a lot of water. You need to hydrate.
Exactly. And Skipper Jay,
Really, we at the Jungle Cruise call those our summer shots because that's all they feed us. So we just drink them like shots all day. It's the only thing free we get.
But you guys
Hey,
just dip into the river there.
What's wrong with you?
Hey Jay, I've had a Jungle Cruise joke planned for a couple hours now. Let me
Yes.
know when you want me to say it.
Do it.
Right now? In the middle of the
Do
tip
it.
of the week?
Do it. Make tip of the week.
All right. I want to show you guys my my beautiful living room and some of the highlights. Okay. Some of the highlights. You have one over here. You have one over here. You have one over here. And those are the highlights.
There we go.
You are hired.
But seriously, that is my absolute favorite tip for Walt Disney World is the free water, and I don't bother with
And-
pop. I just get the water when
Stan,
I
I've seen you. You're like a frat boy at spring break doing Jello shots. You're just keeping hydrated 4 or 5 at a time.
It's
Yeah,
all
every-
that, it's all that
every single
popcorn.
time I can get the free water, I get the free water.
It's
So
all
that's
that
brought to
popcorn.
us by Dream Creators Travel, and what's the offer we got going now?
All right, so we're still doing that. If you book at least a 3-day park ticket package, you get a $25 gift card to spend on your vacation. And who doesn't need an extra $25 at Disney, right?
Right.
Scrooge McDuck.
And the caveat is you have to say you heard about them on Grand Circle Tour podcast to get the gift card because it's the exclusive way to get the gift card.
That
Right.
is correct. And let's see. And also remember to visit Busy Moms Planning Disney, run by Jennifer and Julissa of Dream Creators Travel. They have a lot of good information and a lot of these, and that's where we get a lot of our tips from for the tips of the week.
Perfect. So, do we guys want to do some news first, or do we want to do the announcement?
First put up Steve's comment of his guess of what's going to
Okay, that's good. Good point. Let's go in here. Steve thinks that Steve is going to drive GCT across the country to go to Disneyland. Not that I know Steve's blind and he can't drive us, but wouldn't that be awesome to do like a cross country tour to go from one coast to the other, from Disney World to Disneyland with the 5 of us?
I think one of the girls on the West Coast should drive to my house and pick all you guys up on the way.
Okay, I've thought about this, and I volunteer to drive the entire way because the rule is the driver controls the radio.
Yeah, okay. You like David
Well,
Bowie?
okay, are you going to bring along your extensive collection of Disney tunes?
You know, my Disney World playlist on my phone is I checked it today is 50 hours.
You know you can't play vinyls in a car, right?
Yes,
He
you
has one in
can
the trunk.
actually. Yes, you can.
Yeah, he has one in the trunk there. They're all melted by now, but they're there.
All of us traveling cross country together. That is a new Griswold family movie in the making.
And I speak for everybody, George. Your feet can hang out the window the whole time.
With the window up.
Mary, I think it's Holly
Yeah, I think
Is it
this is
Holly?
Holly. I think it is.
commenting under the GCT podcast.
I think it is. The boys are making the GCT fireman's calendar.
Oh,
That's why it's all the
imagine
boys here
cash
tonight.
we would make on that one.
Wait, is that excuse to get a new puppy?
Yeah, Mary or Holly is Jason, you have a great listen of music. Katie would drive with you.
Right on.
Yeah. Holly was herself a minute ago. Now this is confusing. Yeah, she was her Holly. Now she's Grand Circle Tour. So you guys never did answer my question.
What was the question?
Let's go through some news and then we'll save the announcement.
Okay. So the first bit of news that I wanted to touch on, I'm sure everybody's heard already, but I want to hear people's opinions on it. The Skyliner.
And
Okay,
you
it
guys,
crashed again, didn't it?
What is this, number 4 now?
They've
you guys-
said 3 since opening.
That's what I thought. And then Panda told me 4. And I
you
said, I don't wanna
wonder why I'm terrified of this thing. This bucket of death on a string.
I have to say, because I rode it with Jay the very first time that we experienced it together. And I mean, he could handle everything. Like, we rode everything that trip. But I tell you, when we were on the Skyliner, I mean, he was playing it cool, but I mean, you could tell. I mean, he wasn't looking left, right, up, or down. He was.
I was looking down at my phone, texting my spouse, going, "Dude, this is not cool. I don't like this. I can't. This is like a Wonka Vader. I have to look at my shoes."
I think it adds a little more suspense. I kind of like it.
Dude, Riviera wasn't open yet, and I was so tempted to hop out of the station to be like, "What are they going to do?" Really?
Yeah. This is the thing. I'm thinking they come in too hot because they do. They come in so fast.
Mhm.
And I said that my very first trip before they even opened to the public. I was able to go on a cast member preview, and wow, they were quick when they came in, and they haven't slowed them down at all. For those of you wondering, this is what you get inside the emergency backup kit if you're stuck up there for a while.
Good to know.
I know. Like, what is this? I saw this.
I
picture,
see
and I was like,
water. I see
You see water?
I see
there's drinking water here.
I see potty bags.
I'm not, is that what these are? Is it
Yeah,
just water
and-
and tea bags? Is that all it is?
and one or two. And my question is there a place you can just fling it out of the
No.
sky bucket? No.
No,
What
no.
kind of drinking water is that? Is that
It's like a emergency drinking water. It's
Yeah.
in like a pouch.
it's like
you
instant
think
water.
it's
Or
open and
Yeah, it's powdered water.
Yeah.
You just add water.
Yeah, powdered
You,
water,
you
just
add
water.
you add the sweat from your brow.
You
from
pee
the,
in this and you pour it in here.
I just think like when you exit out of the Skyliner after you're done, if you have to relieve yourself and you have to get off that thing holding that bag, like I where's the
You hand it to a cast member and go, "It's your problem now."
No, those are going right out the window. Those things.
Steve says he was not controlling the Skyliner at any time.
Wait,
during these crashes.
I want to know who has grabbed one of those and brought it home as a souvenir. That whole kit,
Oh,
or
Well-
empty one out and shoved it in their pockets while they're up there.
or the backpack or whatever, the bag of shame. So I found this tweet online. This was somebody that was stuck up there, and she said she was up there for about 30 minutes altogether before they got it fixed. So Disney gave them ice cold water when they got off, a $25 gift card. She forgot her umbrella because she ran out so quick because she was so frightened, just wanted to get out of there. And they gave her free passes to Epcot to enjoy. So that's kind of cool that they got park passes and whatnot for all that.
yeah, that's cool and all, but the fact that this is an again situation is
Exactly.
I'm just getting more and more concerned that this keeps happening. It's one thing if it happens once or twice and they have to adjust some things to make it not happen again, but it keeps happening.
because this is what the second time in what a month.
Dude, it crashed the day after we left.
Yeah, and then here's the funny thing. I know it said online it was 3, but actually now thinking about it, when Panda mentioned it, it may be 4, but it just never was really.
4 that we know of.
Yeah,
Mary says, I bet it's operator error. From what I'm hearing, what causes it is actually passenger error from people moving around while it's coming in. Like they kind of push on it as it's coming in, and they're the one that's causing it.
Nice. Next time I want a free trip to Epcot, I know what to do.
Yeah, because you'll get off quick. Because you'll be right in the dock already when it happens.
Yeah, it's all those other people that are stuck in the air that are getting
Yeah.
free passes.
If it breaks down to the station, I'm good.
So Dustin says, I rode the lines and filmed most of it. They are over-engineered. I think the things have been around for years and well-tested. I think this may be the most extensive use anywhere in the world, so numbers are not on their side. Is it the
When I
most
was in
extensive
Hong
use?
Kong, we went on a system like that, and those things just never even stopped. They would come into the station, they'd slow down just enough for people to get on, and then they'd take off again.
Someone
And-
pushes you off.
Well, that's what they do in Disney World. They don't stop. They just
Yeah,
slow down a
so,
little bit.
so it's almost the exact same system there as here, and so yeah, and I know that one has been around for ages. So
How
yeah,
many times has it broken down? Do you know?
I do not know that.
Yeah.
but I think so. I think the problem is not it taking off, not it being in the air. It's the coming in for a landing. I
Yeah.
think is the biggest.
Oh yeah,
draw.
because it's always in the station where they crumple up against each other.
Yeah. Well, the one in Hong Kong, it seemed like they were a lot closer together all the time than the ones at Disney. But
Oh, okay. I was
That
going to say
may-
maybe they need to be further apart at Disney.
Yeah.
Is what I was thinking.
but that may be just my perception.
Yeah. Other news is apparently Space 2020. They haven't announced when they're opening yet, but it sounds like it's getting really close because they're hiring people like crazy now.
Fall. In
Yeah,
the
I
fall,
was gonna say I thought I'd heard something
Yeah.
like the end of this year.
So I'm thinking it's going to open the same time as Ratatouille and everything else at Epcot on that October 1st.
Yeah,
What do you
Disney
That'd be cool.
or soon after, yeah.
They
Yeah.
just said in the fall of this
Yeah.
year.
So I'm just so amazed. And on the Disney app, it says coming soon. When you go to the Disney app, this is as of today when I checked it.
I'm looking
Cool.
forward to seeing that one. I think that'll be fun to experience.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this restaurant.
Now,
Well,
do you
considering
think
it was supposed to open in 2017,
Now, do you think because of like everything, like with the shutdown and what have you, do you think it's going to be any different features than what it would have initially opened with?
good question.
It is a good question. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know how much they've been able to kind of like work on things extra or
Because before you actually sit down, wasn't there supposed to be like with having like a group of people where it's like,
Yeah, it's like the old hydrolators, and you actually do that when you enter and when you exit. I mean, this entire thing, beginning to end, is a special effect. So I don't think there's any way they could cheapen out on this. To be honest,
so you think they're just basically just going to keep it as is, not even
yeah, because the entire experience is based on those three things, and it's all what you see out the windows.
Yeah, to take off the windows and the
And
So
the
when
menu.
you
landing.
actually ask for a drink, do they give you one of those packets of water that's in those?
I hope so.
You need to check those elevators for one of those packages.
I want something more like I got at Oga's Cantina. Honestly, those were some good drinks.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope it's open by the next time I go, so I could try it because I really want to try this restaurant. I'm excited for it.
Me too. I really am.
And Corella came out this past week. I guess it's a week yesterday, right?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
It was May.
2 weeks ago.
It was May 28th.
May 28th. Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking it was longer than a week ago. Yeah.
Man, I still haven't seen it. Jason, don't kill me.
You know what? I'm so sorry for you. This movie's great. You know what? This is a movie I have absolutely nothing bad to say about. I loved everything about this movie. It is A+. It's perfect. I bought the movie and the soundtrack. If you let me go for the next 2 hours, I could tell you why this movie is the best movie of the year.
What I'm curious is, has anybody in the chat bought it and watched it? How many people have seen it that are watching us now? Scott Clark says he's watched it. He says it was a really good movie. Katie liked it. Actually, she loved it. Anyone else in the chat have seen? I haven't seen it. Justin, George.
I will say
I haven't seen it.
Cruella is the third movie that I bought on Disney Plus exclusively. I did the live action Mulan and Raya and the Last Dragon, and I have to say, I was kind of hesitant on doing it with Cruella because I liked Raya and Mulan. They were okay, but to me, they weren't worth it.
Shut your dirty mouth.
I'm sorry. It really wasn't for me. So I was hesitant on Cruella, but when I did, I will say that was worth every penny. And I think, honestly, the best live action film that Disney has done thus far.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Better than Lion King?
Better than Lion King.
Better than Jungle Book?
Better than Beauty and the Beast.
Well, the Jungle Book's your best one so far. Dan, did you buy it and just haven't watched it yet, or you haven't bought it?
I haven't bought it yet.
No, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to wait until it comes
Yeah.
out.
I haven't
I haven't
even
bought.
I haven't even seen Loki yet.
Oh wow!
So
Yeah.
you won't be joining us tomorrow, I see.
I will not. No.
Holly watched. If it was in the theater, I would have seen it already because I would have gone to see it in the theater. Holly's little pictures, her sitting in front of the sign, even standing in front of the sign. Scott watched it. He loved it. Mary hasn't seen it yet. Dustin finally watched Raya and the Last Dragon. I haven't watched Raya and the Last Dragon yet. I'm meaning to.
I did watch that one. I bought that one when it came out. I loved it. It's visually stunning. I don't know. The story itself kind of fell flat.
That's how I felt the same way. As far as like the visual effects of the movie itself was fine. The story and characters, it just lacked for me.
I just kind of fell flat for me.
Okay, this is embarrassing.
I had surgery and I had to lay around for 2 weeks.
Our comic guy. Sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I had to lay around for 2 weeks post surgery, and I didn't even get around to watching Raya. I was like, nah.
So, I guess the next Premier Access is going to be Black Widow. That one I'll get if the theaters aren't open yet. What about you, Dan?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll probably start going back to the theaters. I really want to see Cruella in the theaters. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Yeah, our theaters aren't open here yet, so heck, our hair salons aren't open, our gyms aren't open, our tattoo places aren't open. There's nothing open. Grocery stores are open. Only one person per family allowed in the store. Our situation now. Loki was really good. Katie was saying.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that sometime. I still haven't watched it even.
I know. It's crazy to even think that I haven't watched it.
I'm watching it tonight so I can do the
I
show
should have
tomorrow.
been like watching it like Wednesday when it came out, and I just have not had the time. I have been just kind of swamped this week.
I got up at 5 a.m. and watched Loki. I haven't watched Bad Batch yet for this week. I know.
I'm behind on that too. I think I'm up to 6, and they came out with 7 now. So yeah.
And Loki makes a guest appearance on Bad Batch, right?
Actually, I was watching All for Sci-Fi. The guy that does our music, Eric Walker. He does a live show on Saturdays at right when I come home from work, and he already spoiled all of Bad Batch for me on his live show. So I already know what happens. Do we have a lot of cases? Yes, we have more cases than anywhere else in North America right now. I'm living in the hot spot of North America. We have more cases than California. I think in just my city, not that big, but it's like if you could look at Orange County, Florida, they have the exact same population as Manitoba, and their 7-day average, I think, was 28, and ours is 202 or something like that.
Wow.
So Manitoba, yeah, we have 1.3 million people, and Orange County has 1.3 million people.
Crazy.
So yeah, a lot of cases, but I'm off this week. Starting, I'm retired for 1 week.
Well, just think, Stan, by the time you can leave and start traveling, you could help us celebrate Walt Disney World's 70th anniversary.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if not the 75th, then for sure.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about your trip, or do you want to do a special announcement?
Let's talk about our trips.
Okay, where are you going? When are you going?
Where
Are we getting the dance off on this trip?
This place called Disney World. Not sure if you heard of it. That's where I'm going.
Oh, really? I thought it was going to be Minnesota.
Are we getting the dance off?
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to know.
You guys need to live stream it on the middle of Main Street. We have to see this.
Truthfully, George and I have been chatting for months now, trying to figure out when we're going to get together. And I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good, to be honest.
So the takeaway is they're all talk. They can't dance, or they put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can dance, but here's the thing. Dan and I are down there at the exact same time. We are down there at the exact same time, but our schedules could not be any more different.
I'm like, are you going to the Magic Kingdom at all, George?
Wait a minute. Is there a dance party in any of the parks you're going to?
Well, wherever I go, there's a dance party.
Okay, if there's a dance party, you both need to bust a move with the character and the kids for everyone to see.
I think they actually got rid of all the dance parties, to be honest.
I don't think they have them now.
Yeah.
They used to have the move and shake it. Mouse could dance
You're
it.
going to do this, and you're going
Right,
to
I
share it
will
with the
say.
passengers.
Well, I will say this: if we can't do it this trip for my vow renewal in 2023, we are having a DJ. There is going to be there's no escape.
Hey, Holly.
Katie,
See,
Katie
Holly,
wants to meet you guys.
put Holly's comment on there about the dance off. Do you know how I met my wife? Does anyone know how I met my wife? I was doing a dance off, and she was on the side watching, saying, "Oh my goodness, this guy is so good looking." And the rest is history. That's
And
a true
can't
story.
dance.
That's a true story. I was doing the cha-cha slide, I believe.
Did she go, dude? He is pretty
You guys
fly
pushing the
for
kids
a-
out of the way. At the Disney Junior dance party.
just bump them all aside with our hips.
Say, Dan, you are fly for a white guy.
Katie, I'll be down there. I'm coming down the 27th. Let me know.
I'll be down there July 1st to the 14th. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Nice.
What's this, April Fools?
Wait, I have a challenge now. You're both going to Magic Kingdom. Mickey Mouse is on the way in. You both need to do separate videos. You need to dance with Mickey, and the passengers will judge who wins the dance off.
Hey, this could work. This could work.
You could do like a virtual dance off one day on
Yeah.
stream.
You got to bust and move in front of Mickey
There
with
you
no music. You have to show everybody what you got.
It's not really fair though, because look how much room Dan has.
Just
And
like,
George is in his bathroom.
Like right in front of Mickey.
How is this fair?
And
Dan
bonus
has a
points
huge living
if
room.
Mickey dances.
Hey, can I show you guys something I picked up today?
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have Burlingtons by you. I think it used to be called Burlington Coat Factories, but now it's just Burlington.
Yeah, we have a Burlington.
Okay. So I went in there today. I heard that these were there. Do you know that they're now selling Mickey ears for
Really?
very, very cheap? So I got this one for $3.99.
Oh wow.
What?
Yep. With
Are they official parks merchandise?
official parks? Let's see if you can see it.
Well, I have to make a trip to Burlington's.
Disneyland, it says. And then this one was $4.99.
Oh,
This one
wow.
from William. How great is that?
That's awesome.
Cool.
And then we picked up a Minnie Mouse like baseball hat for like $3 and a whole bunch of other things. Nothing was more than $5. All Disney Parks merchandise.
That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
That's just crazy to see Disneyland merchandise liquidated like that.
I know, right?
And,
Look, here's the price.
Burlington, like $3.99. Look at that, eh?
Wow.
Chewbacca.
Did they have Tiki Ramirez?
I didn't see them. They didn't have like that great of a selection, and the place is kind of a mess, to be honest. You have to like search through.
Maybe they made a typo. Maybe they added the dot after the 3. Maybe it was supposed to be 399.
E9 is saying you picked us all up ears, right?
Share. You have enough to share with
Enough
everyone.
for the whole
Hold up
class?
Mickey one again, there, Dan.
What's that?
Hold up
Hold
the
up
Mickey one again. Oh, okay. It's a little bit. There's not quite room. I thought there. Those Grand Circle Tour patches we have would be cool to put one of those right in between.
Yeah, this one's a
or
little
on the back
smaller.
and wear it backwards.
This one's I'll show you the tag.
Yeah,
Disney tag.
because with the yellow stripe, it would match our patch
Yeah.
that we have.
There you go.
So many of the stores closed, and now they have merch from all the parks there sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure if there's one in Grand Forks or not. Not that they can go. I think there is one in Grand Forks.
Then I bought this hat off of
I like that hat a lot.
I bought this one off of Disney Store Online. And guess how much this one was? All ripped up. Give me a price guess.
$8.99.
No, it's gonna be more than that. $27.99.
Correct. $27 for this thing.
How much was it?
20. You're right. $27.
Oh, I thought you said me or Jay. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that hat a lot, though. That's a cool
Yeah.
hat.
me too.
It is a nice hat. Okay, let's get on to the new rules for park guests starting June 15th.
Yes.
Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to talk to everyone about this and get everyone's opinion. So I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'm vaccinated, right? Everyone I'm going with is vaccinated, except for the children, obviously. I have a 2.5-year-old who will not even wear socks, let alone wear a mask. And I was very nervous at first, like very, very nervous that I wasn't going to be able to bring him into the parks. And then they took the outdoor mask policy away, which is good. And now they're doing the indoor if you're vaccinated. So what's everyone's feelings about my 2.5-year-old? Does he wear a mask, or do I go without a mask with him?
Does he wear it at all? Like, does he do well with it? Is he?
He does, but he's a 2.5-year-old.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And if Dad's not wearing one, it's going to be hard to convince
Yeah.
Junior to wear one.
I'd say have one handy for him, just in case you feel like you need one.
And then the other question is, if we try to go maskless with him, what's Disney going to say? Technically, he's supposed to wear a mask on the attractions because he's not vaccinated, right? And that's how I read it.
No mask, no ride. Sorry, kiddo.
Yeah, because he's not
That was the
vaccinated.
rules.
He's only 2 years old, so
Now, would
technically
they
should be wearing one.
still approach you on it? Because I know that's like where the gray line is, because they say they can't approach anyone, but at the same time, you can clearly tell when a child is under the age of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I mean, when I was there, I mean, the cast members would approach people at that time and tell them,
Right.
put up your mask and whatnot. So I would
Holly,
say if they tell you he has to wear a mask, then you put a mask on him, and otherwise,
Holly, the mask policy for Disney World is 2 and over. You have to wear a mask, and now it's
2 and
2 and over unless you're vaccinated. I don't know how it is in Disneyland, but that's how it is in Disney
Yeah,
World.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Is 2 and over.
Yep.
He will have to wear one on public transportation.
Yep.
Not that you have a
can you
car
convince
rental
everyone
anyways.
that he's
but-
only 2?
Yeah, I
Not
have a
2
run.
and a half?
So.
Yeah, but you might do a monorail or a Skyliner or something though at some point.
Yeah.
You say he's Benjamin Button, and he's actually like 50.
See, this is,
I don't think that helps.
and this is where Disney is now officially for adults, because majority of the times adults are the only ones that can get vaccinated. So it's like,
Just another reason to leave the kids at home, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm telling you, Disney World is no place for children.
I think-
Disney is the reason I didn't have kids. I'm
I
selfish.
think this is the right answer here. Are you comfortable with him being without a mask?
I go back and forth with that. I'd rather him wear a mask, obviously, but I also don't want to see my 2.5-year go for the first time and not be able to go on any attractions.
Yeah, I remember when they first started wearing masks, and Holly was talking about her twins, and she went to I believe it was Costco, and the kids had their masks on, and then she looked over, and both of them they were sucking on the edge of the mask, which is worse than not wearing a mask as far as I'm concerned, because now anything that's fell onto the mask, they're now sucking on it. So does he do that, or does he just pull it off?
Oh, he sucks on it.
Oh yeah, then it's pointless. If he's sucking on it, I think that's worse than not
I
having a
think
mask.
honestly,
Honestly,
Disney would have to understand because of his age. You're not going to get.
But George, they haven't been understanding as it is, because if you go on
Okay, so
Disney,
at the point of time, because I don't really know, because I personally, when I was down there in October, I didn't really see anyone not follow the rules, but I really wasn't paying attention. How do they approach it as far as for a 2-year-old goes?
So from what I've heard, because there's a Disney Tots Facebook page, it's all about like bringing your children, and back the last couple months, they've been pretty strict. The borderline 2 and 2.5, I guess you could probably get away with it, right? That's up to the parent to say if you're going to lie or not, to say the kid's 2 or not. But if the kid is wearing a mask or the kid has the mask on its ears, most cast members are going to assume that there's a reason for that, right? The kid's over 2.5 years old, 2 years old. And they've been pretty strict, and they're not letting people onto the queues. without wearing the masks. And now things may change in 2 days. Who know? I don't know how it's going to be in 2 days.
Now, as far as up here goes with the policy, of working in retail and what have you, we have signs on the doors, not even just my store, but everywhere. It's, if you have, what the sign says, you have to be vaccinated to not wear your mask. However, as far as here goes, we are not allowed to approach anybody who walks in the store. So it's to your own
Even
discretion,
Yeah.
but it is company policy. We are not allowed to approach anyone. If they come in with a mask, they come in. If they don't, they don't.
Do you see a lot of children come into your store?
There are some kids, and there are actually some kids who still do wear the masks as far as like with the honor system goes. And in a way, their parents aren't, but they are. So that tells me that their parents are vaccinated, but the kids aren't. Then there are times where you see just everyone without a mask, and then it makes you question: is anybody vaccinated, or are they just using that as a free ride?
Yeah.
How is Connor with the mask?
He's great. Connor's no problem.
And
we actually
Liam doesn't idle him enough yet to want to wear the mask, obviously.
No. They'd be fine. So. It's more like, you're wearing it? I'm not wearing it then.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Katie's saying, in my store, I see kids without masks all the time. Now, how about before now, though, like Katie, like when things were at its worst, were kids wearing masks? I never see kids without masks in my store.
But that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. When everything was mandated up here, that's when we had to approach someone to say, hey, the mask that come in the store, you have to put it up over your nose. Now, since it's changed, we can't say anything.
Right. And with Liam, it's weird, right? Because when this whole thing started, he was 1.5, right? Yeah. So he wasn't wearing a mask. And most places are 3 and up, not 2 and up. Disney's one of the few exceptions. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he's had to wear a mask that often, I try, we practice every day. We try, but
And the other thing too is,
so here we go. So Katie lives in Florida, and mind you, it's different in a retail store in Florida versus Disney World. But she says when it was at its worst, sometimes kids would wear them, sometimes kids would not. But like you said, Disney World is more strict than a lot of retail stores are. Yeah. But that's the Florida
consideration
example.
is too the timing that we're going is it's going to be at the peak of the first layer of hell. As far as like with the weather and the heat goes.
Yeah. So, you guys are going.
The devil's armpit.
Mary says, especially if the state doesn't make you wear masks and the stores aren't saying anything. But Disney World's different though. They take safety a step apart.
Has anyone ever heard anything thus far? I know that the indoor part isn't relinquished yet until the 15th, but as far as the outdoors go, has Disney said anything to any guests of children that they know automatically they can't be vaccinated?
On the Facebook page, the Disney Tot Facebook page, a lot of people are saying that they're very lax with it now, but that doesn't mean they're not reminding the children to wear them.
Okay.
So they're just not like strictly enforcing it, but they are telling people to do it.
Yeah, so if you're walking around with an 8-year-old and the kid doesn't have a mask on, they're saying, hey, what? Just a reminder.
Right. However, Universal is about 2 weeks ahead of Disney with the no mask policy at all. And at Universal now, from what everyone is saying, is there's nothing being said to anyone.
Yeah, there's no social distancing. There's nothing at Universal anymore. No plexiglass. There's nothing going on. Cast members are still wearing masks at Disney World, as far as I understand. But I don't think they are at Universal.
Certain outdoor cast members, I believe, are allowed to. I don't know the exact date when that's supposed to go into effect. But.
People. Yeah, so T9 is saying she's vaccinated, but she will still continue to wear a mask in a crowded situation.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I if I'm going to expect my 2-year-old to wear a mask, I'm not going to not wear a mask either. I'm going to wear a mask. Right? Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking might help. If you're wearing them, it might rub off on them more.
Yep.
See, but that's another thing that you have to take in consideration too, because Disney removed all their relaxation stations. So it's not like you can take them to a specific area and say, okay, you can take your mask off here because they don't have it anymore. So
Yeah.
to force the
Yeah,
rule,
but those stations are not being used normally, anyways. Like you could probably still go to the noodle, but the place there. There's not gonna be that many people there. The busiest days there wasn't that many people there, so you could still use it as a relaxation, even though it's not an official relaxation station.
that's what I mean. Like any time that you find
Yeah.
an area where it's
Quiet.
less crowded, you know, if you could find a spot nowadays, you know. But yeah, I guess you could pretty much use any spot for relaxation.
Yeah, the line markers were removed today at Walt Disney World.
If only they still had the smoking sections, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, people cannot get vaccinated, and some people, the vaccines do not work. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on to the announcement that we called everybody here for. We have 2 announcements actually. The first one, she's not here. I was hoping she would be, but happy birthday, Mindy!
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. You don't want us to sing.
You don't want to say, yeah, she does.
I can dance.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. I bust out today in song, and it was a reminder of why we don't do that.
So everybody in the chat, tag Mindy and say happy birthday to her, and she'll get the message that way. You could just do the @Mindy Cranes Muir happy birthday. What's the other announcement, George?
All right, so the big announcement for today. Well, you could probably kind of get a little bit of a hint that we have done a live show tonight on Saturday, and you're probably wondering, where did this come from? This came out of nowhere. So this was a little hint that moving forward, we are not just going to have one live show a week. We are going to have 2. So we're going to have our regular evening live show on Tuesdays, and then we are going to have our live morning show, the Coffee Talk, starting next week, June 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you could definitely check it out, I'll be on. Jungle Skipper Jay, anyone who wants to join, please feel free. We're going to have a lot of in-depth conversations, and we're going to talk about what's going to come for the future of the Grand Circle Tour podcast and what have you. And it should be a lot of fun.
We are going to be your
Sounds
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah. So get your coffee, your bowl of was it Lucky Charms or whatever your Captain Crunch.
Whatever your cereal of choice is.
Yeah, your sugary cereal of choice and your cup of coffee. Make it a Grand Circle Tour mug when you get your cup of coffee, please. Available at tpublic.com. And join us for the Coffee Talk Live. George is going to be kind of hosting it. It's I'm really enjoying your guys do every Saturday morning your Coffee Talk on the podcast. So I think this is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to listening to these. I'll be working, but I'll catch them in the replays.
Cool. And we are going to also release them as podcasts afterwards.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so
Right?
anyone who doesn't get to catch it live, you could always go back and listen to it and catch up on anything that you've missed. But if you can make it for the live show, we'd love to see you there.
And they're also on YouTube too. Like this show is also on YouTube. You can catch it, go back and rewatch it too. So you can have it on the podcast, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and replay on Facebook and YouTube. So looking forward to this. I'm excited.
For all 2 of you that can make it, it's next Saturday, June 19th.
We expect to see both of you there.
Let
So
the
the
cartoons
Grand Circle
begin.
Tour mug with your Expedition Roasters coffee.
Yeah. Holly, I just ordered some more Expedition Roasters coffee today.
Nice.
They're not sponsoring us anymore. I don't know who you're talking about. If they would like to sponsor Coffee Talk, they could do it by sending all 7-Ups a bag every month.
It's got coffee in the
But,
title. It'd be perfect opportunity to sponsor.
Yeah, sponsor that show. But I don't know who you are. I know who you are. Deems a coffee person.
You know what? I think I may bring a bag with me to Disney World. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they have
When
coffee there,
we were
too.
there, we brought some of our own coffee, so we could make coffee in our room before we went out for the day, and that worked really nice.
Mary's saying a bag that would not last me a month. They have a new flavor, she's saying, because now this has turned into an ad for.
Someone is not sponsoring us.
It was supposed to be to promote our new show, but
Our sponsor is Dream Creators Travel, because if we can dream it, they can create it. Thank you very much.
I love how it was so funny that the big announcement was the live show, and it just went right into the actual coffee, not the coffee talk.
Our sponsor is Dream Creators Travel. If you can dream it, they can create it. Thank you very much.
That is true. The Dream Creators Travel is our sponsor, not Expedition Roasters.
I don't know who you're talking about. They don't sponsor us.
there you go. It took
There
me a
we
while
go.
to get to it, but I found it.
If you can dream it, they can create it.
There you go. So those are our sponsors. So what else do we want to say about the Coffee Talk show that is going to be airing live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern?
I will say this. I really enjoy the coffee talks because they're really loose in a way that the regular shows aren't. It really is. We're kind of just waking up. We're just getting that first hit of caffeine. We're a little. It's kind of like the next morning after a slumber party.
And it actually, of how this came to be, was the Cruella trailer dropped on a morning, and Jay and I got on just to say, hey, let's talk about it, because honestly, when we both saw the trailer, we were hooked on it, and we couldn't wait to see the movie. So we thought, well, let's just jump on. I said, I can't really do it in the evening because I work that day. Big surprise. And so he said, well, let's just get on now and let's talk about it now. So it went from the Cruella trailer to
Wait, we did a watch along. We did a watch along
Yes.
with the trailers. And we put it in the beginning of your guys' episode. Sorry.
Steve,
Jerry.
just go to bed at 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. and you'll be fine.
So so that's where it kind of went through us talking about the Cruella trailer, and we just went through a whole different array of topics and everything, and we just let it run through, and then it just came to be where it's like, okay, how about we try doing this every Saturday morning? Because as Jay mentioned, it took the place of that typical Saturday morning cartoon. So, and it just became.
And we are cartoons ourselves, so
Yeah.
You need to get that cartoon filter going. Then you have everybody.
George, get on that.
Holly's saying 7 a.m. her time is too early.
I'm already at work.
That's why we want you there, Harley.
That's the best.
We want
time.
you there.
That's what we want
you there with your hair in
Yes.
rollers,
Like Holly goes to bed with her hair and rollers,
Heel on your face still, big slipper, big furry coat,
like Lucille Ball.
But like the later years.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's the exciting news. What's coming up on the Grand Circle Tour podcast, guys?
Well, it's the Dan, Justin, and George month of June, right?
you guys took over the month.
Well, somebody had to, it just happened to be us this time. So let's see. We just recorded George's show talking about what we would do if money was no object. How would we do Disney? And that one already came out, right?
That
Right,
one went
Dave?
out yesterday, and I just want to say, guys, that was a great episode.
Thanks,
All
John.
right. And coming up, I will be hosting. We're going to talk about the Avengers Campus that just opened.
Ooh.
Yep, that's
Okay.
next week.
And you're recording that one tomorrow?
We are recording that one tomorrow night. Yes.
So that's for
Alright,
next
yep.
week. Right
And
on.
then I have a buddy who is doing the full VIP tour at not only Magic Kingdom or Disney World, I should say, but also Universal. 2 VIP tours in 1 week.
Nice.
And, I know that's big bucks there. And he will be on with us the week that I get home from Disney. We're going to interview him. You're all about
Okay.
it.
I want to be on that one just to sit and listen, take notes.
Well, you'll be
I've
editing
really-
the show, Jay. So
I've done the
That's right.
VIP tour at Universal in Hollywood. And the reason why I did that one was because they do, like, if you do the tram tour at Universal Studios in Hollywood, they drive by the sets. Where if you do the VIP tour, they stop at the sets, you get out and you get to walk around inside the sets, which was my number one reason for doing the tour.
Very cool.
It's my one and only time ever at a Universal Studios park.
Yeah, I have done a tour at the various park, couple of places, Paramount and Universal. I believe I've been on tours there, and yeah, it is a lot of fun to be able to see some of those sets kind of up close like that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Exactly. So tune in this Tuesday for our live show. Yes, Super J.
Really quick, it's a 3 in a row weekend. We had episode 167 drop yesterday. We had Coffee Talk drop today, and tomorrow our Loki episode 1 review will be coming out. So you have 3 episodes from us to listen to this weekend. So when you're doing yard work or housework or going for a jog or a dog walk, take us with you.
Right on. I love the Coffee Talk episodes. I honestly do. Those are like one of my favorite ones you guys do.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
The Tuesday night lineup, Grand Circle Tour, this show will be back Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by Big Fat Panda from 8 to 9 on YouTube. And then head on over back to Facebook to the Disney Nerds podcast between 9 and 10 to see what they're up to. That's our usual Tuesday night lineup. And then next Saturday, a week from today, 10 a.m. Eastern, you said?
10 a.m. Eastern.
Is going to be the all-new Grand Circle Tour podcast live coffee talk show.
Hey, Stan, can we briefly talk about Panda's trivia last week?
Sure. Yes.
And how Holly crushed the dreams of a 9-year-old. My son was in first place for most of the what'd you say? For most of the episode, or most of the contest. And then I think it was Disney Cruise Lines came up, and then Holly was like, gave him like a stiff arm, said, "Move away, kid." Trampled on him.
Dan, are you giving me permission to finally use that Mommy Dearest audio over Holly?
I know, Mary. I thought he was going to win too. At one point, he was 14 for 15. I was shocked.
You know, it was funny because I saw the cruise questions coming up, and I go, this isn't going to be too easy for Connor. Connor might be in trouble now.
I will say, even though Holly beat Connor, Connor did beat Stan, so there's something to say about that.
Yeah. But I won the week before, so.
Did you? Okay.
So Grand Circle Tour has been pretty good in Panda's trivia because Holly's came in first once, she came in third once, and I came in first once. So,
and Connor came in third.
And Connor came in third once. So yeah, we gotta keep doing Panda's trivia and dominate that. Let's finish 1, 2, 3 next time.
There you go.
I may have to come join you guys one of these nights.
Connor beat Mary also. Yeah. Mary's was stressed.
I'm stressed.
I'm super. I'm
What was her name
super
on the thing?
competitive.
Her name was stressed on the trivia. Poor Connor. So Connor finished
Third.
third.
What's the third or fourth? I don't remember. I don't know. If you're not first, you're last. You know, that's what we say.
Yeah.
Second is first to lose.
Katie was 40th, so
That's all right, Katie.
T9 didn't make it Tuesday. The weeds won't stop growing. I was outside whacking them. All righty, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then next Saturday morning at 10. Stay safe.
See you guys.
Good.